Here's another good story of a friend of mine who's doing things he shouldn't and comes unstuck when I'm standing there watching. I had a friend, and I won't give you his name, but he used to do things that he shouldn't, and I knew about it, and other people had told me, and I thought, it's such a shame. He's a nice guy, everyone likes him, but he does do these little things every now and then. And I'm talking to my mate Paul one day, and I said, I haven't seen you on your bike for a while. He said, no, I've lent it to you know who. I said, yeah, well, ask for it back. He said, no, what he did, he said, he turned up at my front door. He said, Paul, can I just borrow your bike to get home? It's a 4-mile trek. I haven't got the bus fare. I'll bring it back in the morning, because he said, I desperately need to get home. He said, and then I'll have the bus fare with me and I can go back. And he said, that's like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. I was going to go and have a word with him. He said, yeah, but he lives 4 miles away. He lives in a high-rise block. He probably won't be there when I get there. He said, but he'll be back here at some point because he's got relatives up my road. And then 3 weeks later, I see Paul. I said, you got your bike back? He said, no, there's no bike coming back now. I said, why is that? He said, because I come across him. I said, where's my bike? And he told me the truth. And the truth of it was, he borrowed my bike with the sole purpose of taking it home and selling it so he could have some money. I said, really? I said, would you get the money? He said, well, he said he ain't got any. I said, you still friends with him? He said, yeah, but he ain't a bad guy. I went, everyone wants a friend like that, don't they? And then, it must have been maybe 2-3 months later, nice sunny day, on a Saturday, because I'm out the front cleaning my car, and 2 doors along where Paul lives, he has his cousins all turn up there. They're all, you know, in their early 20s, and they all just get together there before they're going out. And they're all sat out in the garden, and this fella who's turned me mate over with the bikes turned up, and he knows all these people. And I hear them all go, all right, how you doing? He went, oh yeah. And the front gate was closed, but they've got this little picket fence, and it's, what, waist high. So he thought he'd just show off by jumping over the fence instead of coming through the gate. And I just happened to be looking in that direction when he did it, and he's caught both of his feet on the top of the fence and then came down face down in the garden in front of all these people and me. And they thought it was the funniest thing they've ever seen. And he just got up and looked a bit moody and annoyed, and they laughed even more, so he just stormed out the gate and went off home. He didn't come back for a couple of weeks. And I thought, well, that's justice, isn't it? One way or another. Anyhow, I've got to go. I'll see you later. If you like listening to what I've got to say, do me a favour. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. But don't forget to ring the bell. Otherwise, you won't get notifications when I've got a new video coming out. And you can hear more of me. What luck. See you then.